Yo, it's always something with this fucking bullshit, man. It's always something, bro. Like, I don't get it. All right, cool. Oh man, what's going on, people? Let's see. All right, cool. Oh, man, what's going on, people? Let's see. Back. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cutter Butter here, and uh, this week, as far as like movies go, was a little bit slow. Um, I had a chance before I get into to lock. I had a chance to watch this movie called Assessment. Oh man. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna do like a full review on it because I'll be honest, I fell asleep. This movie was boring as hell. Um, so I can't really do a full review on it. But some of the stuff that I did see, me personally, I didn't see like a single scene that I liked. With this movie, I feel like this movie was like some kind of like white femme cell uh movie, like it's like white people movie. It's like oh, like like this movie was like this movie was like the praise it got. I'll be honest with you, I really don't see it. I'm gonna watch it again. But for the most part, like the acting was pretty like regular. It wasn't like something like that kind of like I said, some of the scenes that I watched, because like I said, I kind of fell asleep on this movie. So um before I saw it, the acting was okay. Like it wasn't like anything to run home about. Um this girl right here, is that's her name? Alicia? Yeah, her. Um So I so if I'm not mistaken, I feel like this woman right here is playing Mia, and this Himish Patel, he plays Aryan, and they're basically trying to or they trying to have a baby, or they they they're they have one already. I'm not sure. And this girl basically is like comes in and um assess if they can have children, if they're capable of having children or whatever. And it just goes into like this. I wouldn't say like a twisted movie, but it's I don't know. This is weird. This is a weird movie. Um, I don't think you can genre this as like horror. Um, I guess you could genre this as like a thriller, but it's I don't know. It's pretty weird movie. Um, I can't really uh it's kind of like a I don't know if people ever saw Anger Management back in the day with Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson, but it's kind of like that, but not funny. Like it's not funny at all. It's kind of like a thriller or a suspense or whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't say suspense, more like a thriller or like sci-fi thriller or something like that. But it's pretty boring. It's I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a very boring movie, and but I'm gonna try to watch it, see if I can. Oh yeah, sci-fi thriller. I'm gonna try to watch it again, see if I can get something out of it. But for the most part, bro, like if you're not really into like the topic or into this type of films, I want to watch it. It's like kind of watching like Conclave. Like I wouldn't even you know what I'm saying? Like Conclave was Conclave was this movie about the Pope, which it has some heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? Stanley Tucci, John Lithgow, like they had some heavy hitters in this movie. It just was boring. It's boring as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're not really into movies like that, then I wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't suggest it. But I can't really tell you like if it's good or not because like I said, I was I was dozing off pretty heavily. So first movie I watched was I did see this movie though. I seen Locked, and Locke is starring Bill Skarsgård, and his co-star is the legend Anthony Hopkins. And um before I get into the actual plot of the movie or whatever, I wanted to talk about Bill Skarsgård because
Shut up.
yes,
They're gonna be working on the front door too.
copy. So um I wanted to talk about uh I want to talk about Bill Skarsgård as a actor, right? Um, there's only one movie he been into that like I really enjoyed from Bill Skarsgård as far as like his acting. I think he did a pretty good job as it. Um, I feel like that's kind of like his claim to fame for me personally. Like his claim to fame is is it. And after it, uh for me like like he's one of those actors like his movie selection like I want to know his process of picking movies. um I give him this. I do feel like he picks very interesting concept movies, but I don't think he's the actor to actually pull it off. I and it's a lot of actors like that. I'm not saying like he's like the only one, like he's the only actor that has that problem, because there's a lot of it's like a lot of also a lot of like Robert Pattinson. He reminds me like a Robert Pattinson. Like he picks very eclectic type of movies, but it's just not. It just doesn't hit. You know what I'm saying? Even like he don't hit like Nicolas Cage. Like Nicolas Cage is able to pull off these movies because he has a he tries like a different approach in acting in every movie that he does. You know what I'm saying? Um, like Nicolas Cage is so versatile. He can go from a movie like Long Legs to a movie like Family Man. You know what I'm saying? Like he has like that range, eclectic range, like kind of like he has like that different, Um, but uh, Bill Skarsgård, I don't know, like he hasn't been hitting lately for me. You know what I'm saying? Um, that last movie he did was really really bad. It's like extremely forgettable. And The Crow, that last movie, The Crow and Nosferatu was like for me was wasn't good in a sense. It like I don't feel like he's one of those like actors that can entertain me for an hour or even I would think an hour to be honest with you. Like I think yeah, it just don't hit. It just don't hit right. So and Boy Kills World was a complete disaster. That was like probably one of his worst movies he ever was in. And I won't even blame him. I'll blame like the whole like the whole production. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't good at all. But this movie was a bit weird. Uh Locked is this uh daughter dad who's down on his luck and needs money to basically pay for his van because he uses his van to work and stuff like that. So um, he needs the money to pay for his van or whatever. And um, when he when he when he leaves the shop and whatever, and he's trying to figure out how he gonna get this money, he basically results to trying to steal money out of cars. And he gets into this, I think they call it Dolus, this Dolus SUV truck, and he basically gets locked in the truck. And when he gets locked in the truck, uh, when he try to leaves, like it's like completely like he's completely locked in. Um, Ironically, and I mean not ironically, he's completely locked in is like the title, and basically he just can't get out. So he's locked in his van, and then all of a sudden like this mysterious voice comes on, and you figure out that this is on purpose. Like he can't get out the truck, and the guy has like this, who was played by Anthony Hopkins. He has like this vendetta on people like that, on thieves and murderers and stuff like that. And like um, overall, the I think again, like I can understand someone like a Bill Skarsgård that would get into these type of movies. Um, it's just the problem with me with Bill Skarsgård is that again he's for me he's not very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's not. I don't want to, but yeah, I'll be honest. He's not really a good actor, man. Like it's just like for the for half of the movie, it was pretty bad. Like it wasn't bad, but it was pretty boring. You know what I'm saying? Like the plot kind of carried this movie in a sense, but then um what kind of what gets you interesting is the mysterious guy, the guy that's locking him in here and like torturing him, Anthony Hopkins. And I think that's bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I don't look at it as like a good thing where, you know, because in the beginning of this movie, again, it was pretty bad. It wasn't like very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? But then like the end of the movie is way better. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like 10 times better. And to be honest with you, there's a scene where um it's a scene that Anthony Hopkins and and Bill Skarsgård, they have like a scene together. And for me, what I noticed is that Anthony Hopkins is making Bill Skarsgård actually look like a good actor. You know what I'm saying? Like he's making him better through the scene. And I think that's my problem with Bill Skarsgård. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like I feel like someone could have did a whole lot better with this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like fucking Jim Carrey would have been a way. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody else would have been way better for this role. You know, like I just feel like um I don't know. I just don't like his acting. I'm not a really fan. I'm not a fan of him. Um but as far as like the plot, I think it was again. I think um the beginning of the movie was a bit it was a bit boring, you know, and I thought I wasn't gonna like this movie until the end. You know what I'm saying? Like the end, I think the ending, and I think like closer to the end, where like you finally see Anthony Hopkins come into the movie. I think it was like a really good ending, and I'm being nitpicky, but I think the title was bad. I think they should have called this the Dolores or whatever, the Dolus, whatever the shit the vehicle was called. You know what I'm saying? Because they put so much emphasis on the vehicle. Like it's literally shots of the Dolus. So why, if you have those shots, well, those shots is like unnecessary. Like it was no, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like calling it locked was just like a very, you know what I'm saying, like boring thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know who. Let me see the director. Uh oh my god. Okay, so he did a lot of movie. Well, he did some movies that I didn't really like. I wasn't a fan of Brightburn. Uh, Night Books. I never heard the other ones. So he does like okay Netflix and Tubi. Okay, so yeah, I didn't really like Brightburn either. I thought Brightburn was a bit boring too. But yeah, I think this movie was. I think he's like very heavily influenced of Midnight Shyamalan, but I don't think I don't think he really executed this movie very well. Um, I mean, kudos to him. Like, if this is like his third or fourth movie, like feature, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I really appreciate just making an effort to make a movie. I thought this movie was this movie could have definitely been a little better. As I would say that, like, and I mean, hopefully he, you know, I see a better movie from him in the future. But this one was, this one was, I have like mixed things about it because I just wish it was just, I just wish he just got a new guy, and I just wish they like Bill Skarsgård. I don't know what I don't know what people see in Bill Skarsgård. Maybe because of it, I guess. But I don't know what people see. He does have like a strange face, like a weird face. But I don't think I think it's for but I don't think it's for like movies like this. Like I don't think he can I don't think he's a good enough actor to do a movie like this. I think they need someone that like stronger acting. You know, he was extremely unbelievable in his character. Um, I don't think he I don't even think he really took the time to try to even understand a type of guy like this. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very typical what he was doing. And yeah, man, that's all I gotta really say. I I think IMDb be always on point, bro. This is exactly what this score is, a 6.3 out of 10. Let me see what they gave the assessment. S- I wouldn't even, I mean, I would be a little lower. I'll probably be like 6.3 for what I saw. I don't know. But yeah, this is the appropriate. It's like slightly above average. Slightly above average. Like uh slightly above average, but it's well average is 70, so it's low, it's below average. It's like almost they almost at a passing grade 65, but you still fail because it's because it's like literally like one scene that's like the best out of all of them. It's like one scene out of an hour and 30-minute movie is not good for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not good at all. So, but moving forward, I saw this movie in the theaters. The Alto Knights. And it's director Barry Levinson. Oh, he made Rain Man. Wow, this man he made Rain Man. He made Rain Man. Um, let me see. He made more movies than that. He didn't make Donnie Bro. I thought he made Donnie Brasco. Oh, I'm an idiot. Let me see. Let me see the films he made. Wait, it's not the films he made. Where's the films he made? Let me go to his Wikipedia. He made Rain Man. He didn't make Donnie Brasco. So what was I looking at? Okay, so I had the wrong guy. I had the wrong guy. Okay. Okay, so he made so for me the only one that I know is Rain Man. That's the one I know from his discography. I actually saw Rain Man. Rain Man is a classic. Um, I'm pretty sure he got some classics in it, but I just never saw them. I wish I could. Oh, so he works with Robert De Niro a lot, and he worked with Robin Williams a lot. So the Alto Knights starring Robert De Niro. He basically plays two characters, which was like I hate. Listen, I hate movies where you just we play two different characters, and you're one person or whatever. But I feel like you really have to really, you know what I'm saying, like be that guy, and and Robert De Niro is that guy. You know what I'm saying, like 100%. And he plays basically Frank Costello and Vito Genovese. And it starts from the time period where basically uh Vito and Frank Costello is not is at odds, and and is at the time period where he eventually tries to kill Frank Costello. And I think for one, I see it, man. They ripping this movie, and I completely understand why they're ripping this movie. Um, this movie lacks. I feel like okay. Let me get my take is this movie was bad. Um, this is probably one of the worst mafia movies that I've seen so far in my what 20 years, 20 20 some years of watching mafia movies. This is probably one of the worst ones I've ever seen. And I think the reason why this movie was so bad because it lacked for this movie to be 2 hours, it was nothing but filler in these movies. Um, you didn't really get to know Frank Costello. You didn't get really know Vito. You only he talks about them like Frank talks about Vito and Vito talks about Frank, but you don't really get the essence of these characters. You know what I'm saying? Like you just it's just like it's like 2 hours. Like I can't to be honest with you, watching this movie for 2 hours, I can't really remember anything like I've learned from these characters. You know what I'm saying? From these people, and these people are very interesting people. Like the way Robert is, it's just so crazy how they got Robert De Niro to act so perfectly, and then like completely shit on the actual plot of the movie and the structure of the movie. Like I just thought that was like insane. You know what I'm saying? So when you're watching a movie and the movie's all over the place, it's like you can tell they had trouble with production because there's no like it's like watching it's literally like watching a Netflix movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I think the worst scene in the movie was when Frank Costello was on the hearing. He was on like a public hearing, and they was asking him questions about some of his like mob ties or whatever. And it was just bad. You know what I'm saying? Like just watching like they had Robert De Niro, and the thing is, movies like this you can learn. You can learn from movies like this. You can learn how it doesn't matter if you're an extremely talented um actor. Like if you have if you have poor direction, the movie's not going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of goes to show you how important the director is. You know what I'm saying? Like and um how he's extremely um important as far as like the direction of a film, like the structure of a film. Someone like Martin Scorsese would have knocked this out the park. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, but I do give him some credit. Like I understand where he was trying to go, but I just thought like he just like he just ate shit after like in the beginning too. You know what I'm saying? Like the beginning he gets killed. Like I mean not get killed. He gets assassinated. Why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like and then the movie this goes into weird different time periods and you don't even know what time period you at. Even if you see it, like you see 1957, like, oh, okay. Well, we was just talking about something else. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like a bad structured movie. And I don't know, Fandango 72%. Maybe that's his people. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't like it's like you know, it's funny because Robert De Niro started it. I think it's Coming in America. Pause. Let me see. What's that movie? Uh, what's that movie? What is that movie, man? I watched that movie as oh yeah, right. Once Upon a Time in, in America, right? I feel like this movie could have been that Once Upon a Time in America, where you actually see the two friends because they was like friends, Costello and Vito. They was like they've been friends since like damn near kids. You know what I'm saying? Like they was kids, and I like this movie because you actually see all the people they actually grow up. They grow up and you see them to become the mobsters that they become. You know what I'm saying? And you don't see that in this movie. Usually Tom is like like most of the time you see Frank Costello, he's sitting on the couch watching the show. Like who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that where you spent your time? Like, did you do any research? Did you you know what I'm saying? And then you kind of relied on narration to kind of capture the film. It's like, bro, like what time are you in, bro? Like you think we really in the 50s? Like we not really in the 50s, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we want to see action. We want to see some type of action. We didn't really get to see anything. We saw one whacking. A 2 hour mob movie is like one whacking. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't really make any sense. Like one real hit. You know what I'm saying? You see like a real hit. Um the supporting actors in this movie was really bad. He did a bad job. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think he was right for this role. I think he did a bad job. They could have found. They should have found somebody else. Deborah Messing, she was good. Captain Nadushi, I don't know her thing, but she did a pretty good job. Um, I liked him in the movie too. He played the guy that got whacked, like the only whacking scene in here. I like him too, Matt Savito. He's a legend. He's a legend. He was of course in The Sopranos. Uh, yeah, he was in the Sopranos as a cop. But yeah, just it was just all over the place. The way they told the story was just bad, man. It was just bad. It was just bad all around. Let me tell you the worst actor in here though. I'm not gonna lie to you. The worst. I'm not gonna call him a bad. I'm not gonna call him a bad actor. Like the worst character in here. This dude right here. Oh my god. This dude right here. This dude right here, bro. Like, and he probably is a good actor, but this role don't really show that. Like he was just dick riding, basically. He was just dick riding Vito. Like it's just like his right hand man, I guess. And he didn't really have much of a like. He wasn't even like funny. You know what I'm saying? He was the worst. He was one of the worst characters in the whole shit. Um, and of course Robert De Niro was the best, and he was like third. It's messed up what happened to him, man. Like what happened to that nigga, but yeah, this movie, uh, yeah, I don't know. I guess the whole premise of the movie was Robert De Niro just playing two characters, and it's like, okay, like if that's the only thing you had, then I don't get it, bro. Like I don't really understand what was the point. You know what I'm saying? Like what was the point of doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like what was the point of making this movie? If that's all you had, and it's like shit. If you're gonna do a 2 hour, you might as well just do a 3 hour and just show like the whole biography. You know what I'm saying? Like just show them coming up. And I didn't really, to be honest with you, it seemed like he just made Vito out to be like this like paranoid schizophrenic, like not schizophrenic, but this paranoid dude that if he have like one inkling of you being a rat or whatever, he just kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just weird. It wasn't really like a cohesive movie. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's like the biggest part of a feature film. Like it has to be cohesive, and I feel like this one just wasn't that. Um, I think Rotten Tomatoes got this right, 38%, because I feel like 38% of this movie was good, and 38% is just the acting. It's Robert De Niro, to be honest with you. The other 62% was his ass. If you ask me, I wouldn't even recommend you watch this movie because this movie is like pointless. Like it's extremely pointless. Hello. So so yeah. I don't remember this actor. Oh, okay. So he played in a lot of Peaky Blinders, mate. Peaky Blinders, mate. I gotta see Peaky Blinders. I heard that was like a really good. It is in us all. Nocturnal. Yeah, this was yeah, I don't I think they well he fit the character, I guess. Like he had the same shaped head as the as the actual dude, but that's about it. I mean, I mean, honestly, that's about it, bro. With that nigga, bro, I just didn't see. And he just looks stupid. Like he looks so stupid in the film. Like the way he scrunches up his face, like he looked so dumb. Like it was just I didn't understand why he was doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't look good. You know. So yeah, yeah, it was a pretty bad week for movies. I didn't really get to watch all the movies I wanted to watch. But I didn't leave out here saying that this was like last week was like incredible. This week, as I guess that's like movies. That's like I guess that's like movie weeks nowadays. Like you don't really know. I mean, honest, I don't think you're gonna have. I don't think you're gonna know when you're gonna have a good movie week. I think it's just gonna be like completely random. So is this movie right here? 90%. Jesus Christ, that's not good. So so you got this movie right here, starring Jason Statham, legend. You know what I'm saying? They had some heavy hitters in here. You got Jason Statham, you got David Harbour, got Michael Pena. The rest I don't know. I don't know these guys. Let me see. I know him from somewhere. I know him from somewhere, bro. He played something. Hold on. I know him from somewhere, bro. In time. He was in time? I like that movie in time. Oh, okay. I remember him in time. He was like a villain. He was like a villain in there too. Jesus, he been playing a villain for a long time now. Uh, so yeah, so I mean, I mean, it's a pretty that's probably one of the worst titles I've ever seen in my life. But this movie A Working Man is about Jason Statham basically going on his Rambo hunts to find this woman right here, Ariana Rivers, who played Jenny Garcia. She basically get kidnapped and put into sex trafficking. Um, and sex trafficking not funny, but I'm just laughing at the film. And it's to be honest with you, this was the worst out of the bunch. This movie, I don't know what's going on with Jason Statham. Jason Statham. I think I think he's just running out of. I think like whatever the bag is there, he gonna do it. It doesn't even fucking matter what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like um Jason Statham can play a biography playing Johnny Sins, and I think that shit gonna sell out. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to be honest with you, I don't think at this point there's no action movie that he's in that people are not gonna go and go see. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that dude. He's one of them dudes right now. Um, if you know this movie is bad. Um, uh, what I was surprised is Michael Pena. Um, this was like the worst display of acting I've ever seen for Michael Pena. Because usually Michael Pena is like he's like a comedy relief. Now, understandable, his daughter got kidnapped, so I got and sold into fucking sex trafficking. So I can understand why he's upset in the movie, and he's not like it's not fun and games. But I just feel like I could have got you could have got better acted, and and again I blame the director. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and he worked with him before, right? As Michael Pena, yeah, he worked with him. Let me see. Oh, oh no, this movie on YouTube. Okay. Oh my God, and he was in. Oh no. Okay. All right. So now I get it. Yeah, he's probably in the worst movies ever. Like Bright was terrible, and Suicide Squad. His best movie that he ever did was this one right here. I've seen this, and again, for its time, I think it was pretty good. Now, no, I don't think it's good now. But at its time, this movie was insane. I think Terry Crews was in this movie, right? Yep. That's when Terry Crews got lit up. Like he got like finito. Like they lit that nigga. They put at least 60 shots in him. They tore him up. And so I can now. Oh, and he did Beekeeper. Wait. Hold on. And he no, he didn't do Beekeeper. Okay. Oh no, he did do Beekeeper. Okay, so he makes movies like this. Um, I don't even get the concept of this movie is like ages old. It's like centuries old at this point. Um, but- so I'm guessing what this movie is just a money grab. I guess this is a money grab because 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 when you make movies like this, it's like what's the fucking point? You know what I'm saying? It's like a million of these movies. It's the same movie. So I'm just guessing maybe this is a money grab for David Ayer and Jason Statham. Uh, unfortunately, I feel like this is going to be like a running thing now because this is his second movie in a row he's been making with Jason Statham. So I feel like they're gonna have a lot in the works. Okay, so he did another movie. All right, so he did Wrath of Man, right? Hold on, let me see his discography. Oh, Guy Ritchie. Oh, so that wasn't him. All right, so two. So after Suicide Squad bombed, right? He makes this movie right here. So so he makes the Beekeeper, and I think this was a success. I think this was an actual success, to be honest with you. Yep, it was a success. So he's gonna run to the goddamn moon. I guarantee you, next year is gonna be a movie with Jason Statham. He's gonna run with it. He's gonna run with this movie. This movie right here was terrible. It was really bad. Um, if he do make his movie, if he make his money, kudos to him. But I feel like this like bro, like we need like it's like if you gonna make movies like this, like at least like bro, like let it be interesting, bro. Like it's just like Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? Like what are we doing here? Yeah, they're gonna run with this movie. It sells. You got Jason Statham. You got him whooping ass. Like they, you know what I'm saying? Like so. Yeah, but this. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. What's going on? So I'm gonna see you up to the second floor. Yeah, yeah. The phrase on the second floor. So I'm gonna send you to the second floor. It's the freight. No, no, no. It's not that one. It's the freight. Because the freight. I mean, it's working now, but I just wanted to because it happened. It happened. Yesterday too. So I just want to see what's going on. It got stuck. It gets stuck for a brief moment for like second sub basement. Like it gets stuck on multi different floors. Yeah. Who? Nah. Nah. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he's. Yeah. I'm not sure about the freight. Um. Let me. Let me I can call somebody though. Yeah. If it's the roof, then it's 11th floor. Yeah. 11th floor. I mean, he could take you up there through the freight. He could take you up to the. Or I don't think anybody's on it. Let me see if anybody's on the thing. Hold on. Steven, pick up.
What's up, bro?
Let me see, hold on. Oh, he's on the eighth. I'm sorry. He's on the eighth floor. I can tell him to come down if you want.
Hey,
Okay.
Connor.
But he's on the eighth floor. Yeah, yeah, he's on the yeah, he's using the elevator right now. He's on the eighth. So what you want to do? All right, I got you. I got you. Yeah, I was just wondering if there was anybody in penthouse one. Okay, copy. Because I was the Rotovelli's here and they probably need to get up on the 11th floor to check the motor room for the freight elevator.
No.
Patricio, can you meet the Rotovelli on the second floor? Sorry about that. Sorry about that, people. Well, whoever's watching is both. uh, yeah. So yeah, this movie was a bit. Damn, I just hold on. They say Jason Oregon Man we stream on Netflix or Amazon Prime already. Jesus, there's a new Jason Statham movie, A Working Man, opening at theaters this weekend. So get ready for some good old fashioned face punching action. Those evil human traffickers don't stand a chance. Directed by David Ayer with a screenplay written by Ayer and Sylvester Stallone. Oh my god, are you serious, bro? Are you serious? Oh my god. Yo, this nigga Sylvester Stallone making these and it's just like it's just cringe. Like some of the stuff that's like some of the I don't know. This is weird, man. This is weird. What's going on right now? I don't want to say it because well, it's very weird. What's going on? I didn't know Sylvester Stallone was in this movie. Was a part of this. Oh my god. Let me tell you the worst actor though. Before I get into what I'm about to get into, the worst, like the worst of the worst. No, not well. He was terrible. He was terrible too. But damn, he's not the black dude. Not even listed. Jesus, that dude was terrible. Yo, my nigga, that dude was terrible. He looked like this dude. Oh my god, this guy was terrible. He was terrible, bro. He was in Gladiator too. He wasn't Gladiator. This man was terrible, bro. He was terrible, bruv. Bruv, terrible, bruv. Um, yeah, training day, yeah, the TV, yeah, you damn right. Definitely wasn't in the movie. Um, this guy was terrible, bruv. Terrible. Um, and it was just it was a shit class. It was a shit cast, man. It was a shit cast. I feel like the movie was just scrambled. Like they just like, yo, let's just put anything in there. Like let's just put anything we want in that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But again, people gonna eat it up because it's Jason Statham. Like he has like a cult fan base, which I give him, which I give him. This movie right here, The Expendables, I didn't see that one. Hello, morning. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. I think was it the Meg. Uh, no, but yeah, yeah. I mean, I tell you this much: the not the acting, the action was pretty okay. Action was pretty okay. Um, so hello, I'm good. Me too. But if you like, but if you're into action though, you know what I'm saying? Like at least that it gives you some okay action scenes. But would I tell y'all to go, you know, go pay a $24 ticket to see this? No, this movie is not worth $24 at all. All these movies worth 50 cents. To be honest with you, it's just like if you catch this on Netflix and you're not doing nothing and you want to eat a good meal and watch a good movie with your meal, I think you could do that. You know, but other than that, nah, I wouldn't tell you to go and watch this. Um, and that's about it. I don't really have much. Yeah, this movie week was pretty bad. Like there wasn't really um to be honest, there wasn't really anything exciting that I personally wanted to watch. Um, I have two movies that I'm actually going to see. Is the Unicorn. It's called a Unicorn or something like that. Oh, let me see. Let me see what's it called. Death of a Unicorn. Uh, with Jenna Ortega. Yo, I, I think she's extremely overrated. I don't understand why they put him. Oh, I like this guy. He played in he was in Gotham. Yep, he was in Gotham. This is an excellent TV series. I think he played. What's that dude name? He played in Victor Zsasz. Yep, he plays Zsasz. And he was pretty good. But yeah, I'm gonna see this movie. See what this is about. Another A24 movie. I don't know why a movie like oh, I'm a a horror comedy. We're gonna see if it's good or not. And then this movie right here was I think it was interesting. Uh, what's it called? It's like a black horror movie. The Woman in the Yard. I didn't like the trailer of this movie. I thought the trailer was pretty meh. Uh oh, it's getting bad reviews. Uh, let me see. Oh my god, what the hell? Uh oh. Uh oh. This is not a good sign. This is not a good sign, brother. So it's damn near all black cast. Shit, but I, the director, I don't know where it. Oh, I'm about to say, um, it's damn near all black cast. But no, it is an all black cast. I even see other people in it. Maybe there's other people. Yeah, I guess the Women in the Yard, Death for the Unicorn, is something else. Ash. Yeah, so I gotta go. Okay, Ash. Yeah, so I gotta go see. I gotta see Death for the Unicorn, Women in the Yard, Ash. Um, where's the Asian movies at, man? Where's the Indian movies at, man? That last Indian movie I saw was like perfect, bro. It was beautiful, man. Um, hold on one second. Oh, do I like it? Okay.
I say clean up the sensor too, because there's a lot of dust on the second floor.
Oh, okay, okay.
The painting and shit. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you gotta constantly be wiping those sensors.
Okay.
Too much dust. Black the communication with the entry guy
Mm-hmm.
and the elevator gonna get stuck on that floor.
Okay.
But it's good to go.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, man. You have a good day. Sorry about that, people. Let me tell you something about these mics right here, man. These mics, beautiful, beautiful. I'm about to get two more. Let me see. Yeah, so the Woman in the Yard. I don't hate horror, but I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch the Woman in the Yard. I don't know. I like the fact that I don't know the actors, so I don't know this guy either. I've never really seen none of his movies, so I mean that's kind of like exciting. I remember House of Wax back in the day. Um, damn, people shitting on this movie. um, The Unknown. I've never seen this either. Wow. Remember Liam Neeson? You know, I recently saw a movie with Liam Neeson. I think it's like last year. No, it wasn't this one. It wasn't absolution. It was yep, this one. This one was pretty good. This movie was pretty good. This one was pretty good. Jack Gleason. Um, yeah, this movie was alright. I fucked with that movie. Had good action, good acting. You know what I'm saying? It was a pretty well balanced movie. Um, I think Liam is Liam Neeson Irish. Yeah, nothing Ireland, nothing Ireland. Ireland. Uh, yeah, that's about it, buddy. That's about it. It's not really, it's not really, film news. I don't think it's out right now. Okay, let me see. Oh, I never really got into this. Okay, according to the Hollywood Reporter, Oscar's Doc Branch members slam heinous film academy statement on no other land co-director attack. The filmmaker, led by Cinema Eye Honors founder AJ Snack, are incensed over the academic leadership lackluster response to the recent assault and arrest of Oscar winner Hamden Bilal. A number of documentary branch members have reacted angrily to a statement put out Wednesday by Input's leader Bill Kramer and Janet Yang, which suggests that the beating and arrest of recent Oscar winner Hamden Bilal is something the Academy members will have many unique viewpoints on. Jesus. Bilal, who won an Oscar earlier this month for co-directing Best Documentary Feature winner No Other Land, was attacked and arrested by Israeli military on Monday night during a confrontation with settlers that took place on the West Bank in the village of Susuya, Bilal hometown. The Palestinian filmmaker sustained injury to his head and stomach and was zip tied and blindfolded. Jesus. According to co-director Yuval Abraham before being released the next day. In an email sent today to Kramer and Yang, AJ Snack, a young documentarian branch member and founder director of Cinema Eye Honor, wrote, "It's hard for me to inadequately express my deep disappointment and anger at the proudly bad statement that was just sent to Academy members in your name. I am shocked and angered that you are now letting us, your members, know that you view the abduction and being of a recent honoree as something that members will many unique viewpoints of. With respect is truly heinous suggestion." Um, but to incredible risk in making a film, whether being in a war zone or taking on powerful interests. Now, I didn't see this thing. I didn't see this documentary. Um, I mean, there's a lot of woke culture going on right now, and a lot of people is I don't know what the fuck going on right now, man. It's crazy. Uh, I gotta see this film because I haven't really get to see it. The October 8th film was pretty good. I really like that one. I gotta see this one. it's so much history behind this, behind like the Israeli and Palestinian war. It's just like you get so much information, man, and you get so much bad information on both sides. You know what I'm saying? You don't really know, you know. So it's so complex. Like this not talking about this situation right here. Um I don't care what you I don't care what you I don't know if I don't care if you are a Hamas supporter. Like I don't think that you should be beaten and blindfolded like you're like an animal or something. Uh okay. The doc co-directed by Palestinian filmmaker Bilal and Basil Adra alongside Israeli director Yuval Abraham and Rachel Suza follows residents of Musafa Yada in the West Bank as they attempt to stop the Israeli military from demolishing their village. The film went to chalk up acclaim and award at a number of festivals and ceremonies, which controversy never fall behind. Following the premiere at the 774 Berlinale in 2024, where it won the festival top documentary prize, Audra called on German politicians to stop sending weapons to Israel, adding that it was hard to celebrate the win when there are tens of thousands of people being slaughtered and massacred by Israel in Gaza. Claudia Roth, Germany's culture minister, criticized the speech as being shockingly one sided and said it was characterized by a deep hatred of Israel. I ain't gonna. Uh, 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 Despite earning widespread international acclaim, the film has been unable to secure significant U.S. distribution. U.S. distribution from key players such as Netflix, Apple, and HBO. Instead, it relied on piecemeal deals with local theaters, often resulting in sold out word of mouth screenings. I mean, it's a big topic right now. One such deal with Florida's old cinema located at the Miami Beach Historic City Hall resulted in the mayor of Miami Beach threatening to terminate an independent theater lease and financial support. Mayor Stephen Miner described the film as being anti-Semitic, but ultimately backed down from his threat after hundreds of documentarians signed an open letter condemning him for encroaching on the free speech rights. Damn, all of this because of a documentary. Um, I gotta watch the documentary. Um, like I said, man, doing documentaries on these things, especially in nowadays, is a you know back in the day when you did document like you say you did document on different conspiracy theories or different what I'm saying type of like you know different types of like events. It was hard to kind of um know you know who to listen to, you know what I'm saying? And and I think it's even worse now because like you can literally have a political viewpoint of what you want to believe, and it's right there. Like it's right there. Like you can say whatever you want, and there's an article that people would take as gospel. It's like it's kind of dangerous in a way. You know what I'm saying? So I could understand why you like people don't want another Minecraft. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that's not good, you know? And I may be being extreme by saying that, but it's just like people don't, you know what I'm saying? Like if you have a documentary and it's not really describing the situation as, you know what I'm saying? Like even for her to even have these speech like, yo, going up to the bathroom. Copy. Even like having like these speeches like, you know, having a speech where you're like, oh, I condemn Germany for sending Israel weapons. Like, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you do stuff like that, for me personally, it kind of makes you a little bit irrational to me. You know what I'm saying? Um, so again, I haven't seen no other land. I'm going to watch it and I'm going to give my review on it. What was that? The PACBI called out the filmmaker for allegedly violating anti-normalization guidelines, which it argued make the idea of Israeli occupation apartheid and settler colonialism seem normal and establish normal relations with the Israeli regime. Beyond Oscar and Berlin win, No Other Land also earned top doc prizes from the European Film Award, the Gotham Awards, the Film Independent Spirits. What does this have to do with anything? Who gives a shit if it won a fucking Oscar? You know what I'm saying? What did it have to do? Did that make the message in it right? No, it don't make the message right. So I don't understand why that's even like a thing. In the National Society of Film Critics and New York Film Critics Circle, among many other organizations. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe there's like something I can uh, maybe there's something I can watch. Okay. Um, okay. No other land. Okay. You know, all right. So Hasada, like whatever he says is important, I think is the total opposite. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna give his I can't give his take because he's like a for me, I feel like he's like a propagandist. Um, let me see. No other land. Is it like a review or like okay.
We're talking about No Other Land. This is an Oscar nominated documentary feature. This is sort of a groundbreaking, incredible film. We talked about The Seed of the Sacred Fig earlier this week, and I mentioned that it was sort of a miracle that that movie existed. That is very true of this one as well. We chose it as our best documentary this past year at LA Film Critics. A lot of groups are doing the same, but it does not have distribution yet. Alonzo, tell us about it.
This is what's happening in my village now. Soldiers are everywhere.
But it is opening in Los Angeles this weekend. I'm not sure how that works, but people in LA will finally have a chance to see this movie projected. I know there have been a few one-off screenings. So yeah, it's from a quartet of directors: Yuval Abraham, Basil Adra, Hamdan Balal, and Rachel Zor, and it focuses on Abraham and Adra. One is Palestinian and one is Israeli, and they are kind of trying to document what's going on in Gaza, in Palestine. And all of this was shot before the October incident that, then kicked off stuff getting much bloodier and much more brutal. It was already bad. As we see in this documentary, we see settlers coming in and uprooting communities, forcing people to move, taking away livestock and water supplies, dumping cement into wells to make places uninhabitable. And this is very on the ground reporting. I mean, like, these guys are there while it's all happening, and so it has a sense of like, you are seeing this stuff unfolding. It is not filtered. It is not somebody telling you about it or propagandizing. It is just like, this is it, we're looking at it, we're seeing it, it's happening right here. And that gives the film a real just kind of gut punch intensity. I can't think of many documentaries that I've seen where, I mean, yeah, a lot of times you'll get something where a filmmaker comes into a battle zone or comes into a place and documents it and talks to the people and, shows you stuff that's going on. But like, these guys are living there. These guys are part of that community that is being uprooted and are related to the people that it's happening to. And so it feels all that much more personal. And they will constantly sort of like show you a thing that happened and then tell you the official sort of press release version of what went down. It's like, no, that's not true.
Right, we saw with our own eyes what just happened.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I think it really it's very effective for people who maybe are prone to trust certain sources to kind of say like, well, no, here's what happened and here's what they tell you what happened. So yeah, it's a devastating documentary, and I really hope that it gets out there. It I think has a very strong chance of winning the Academy Award this year, and I hope that opens doors for people to see this thing.
I think so too, in the way that Navalny won, for a lot of the same reasons. It's excellent, but also it makes a statement.
For
and
sure.
It's gripping. I think too, for a lot of people who might look at this long-standing conflict and feel like it's daunting and feel like it's endless and like, I don't want to know about it. I don't understand it. It's far away.
My head around it.
It's never going to end. This is so intimate. And as you say, like on the ground, and really it's a story of this friendship in a lot of ways. And so I think that the intimacy and how specific it is to a few people here really brings it home and makes it, if not relatable, at least like understandable, and gives us an opening for sympathy in a way that in a big daunting news project might not.
Yeah. And at the center of this film is a friendship between an Israeli and a Palestinian, which I think in itself is a statement, and it gives hope. But I think it also sort of like puts to the lie of, when protests were happening, certainly in this country and elsewhere, there was this idea of, well, you are clearly anti-Semitic if you're going to protest these actions. And it's like, but what about all the Jewish people who are protesting these actions? Well, they are too. Like, what? So
it's very complicated.
It is, and no one.
Yeah, I don't think. I think he's wrong about that. It's he can't. Oh, well, what about? That's like. Well, what about the Israelis who's condoning these actions? Like that doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make the conflict less nuance. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just like a stupid point.
No one documentary is going to fix things or explain all of the many multi-reaching things. But I think this just kind of comes down to basics of like, here are these children, here are these old people, here is the access they are being denied to, medical care or water or a school or a place to live or any of that stuff. There's a really powerful moment involving, there's this school that when they built it, Tony Blair came and visited, and then you see how that's going now. And it's just, I think that, for a lot of us who are far away geographically from what's going on, this really kind of gives you an eye on the situation that you might not have had before.
Also, there's a great artistic beauty to a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's a documentary that quite frequently is shot like a narrative feature. And so we're making it sound like it's totally harrowing all the time.
No.
And it is shocking. It is depressing as hell, and it is frustrating. But quite often when it's just, these two guys walking along, maybe the sun is setting behind them. Maybe they're sitting down just having a cigarette under the moonlight. There's a great feel for the cinematic quality of the storytelling here.
And a community living its life, like people are still like, I think there's a wedding at one point. Like there's definitely sort of people sitting around, campfires and sharing stories, and
kids play soccer.
Exactly. Yeah. So it is about the kind of day-to-day existence that people are trying to carve out for themselves in a territory that has been deemed hostile to them.
Right. And just how this friendship began. Bassel Adra is a longtime Palestinian activist. You see, he's been on camera his whole life.
Yeah.
And so that gives us this great wealth of footage for many, many years within his village, but also he's a really charismatic and engaging conduit for us.
Totally.
He's not shy. He's savvy about using those skills, those on-camera skills, to bring us in.
Yeah.
And so that's really helpful. And so when Yuval Abraham, who is a longtime journalist, goes there to cover this, like just watching that friendship evolve, you see the early days of them kind of feeling each other out, and then eventually realizing, okay, we can really trust each other, and
Yeah.
we've come to love each other as deep friends. And so that gives it an emotional underpinning that maybe is also relatable to audiences who might feel like they just don't want to know, and this is just one more thing to think about when the world is on fire.
Right. Yeah. No, this movie I think is really successful at giving you like the micro and the macro, and so I think that it is, given how much of a role this conflict has played in global politics for however long. Like I think this is part of that conversation, and I think that for people who don't know anything about it or who are wanting like an entry point to sort of start looking at issues and stuff, this is a really good place to start.
Yes, it premiered at Berlin and it has played at other film festivals. It played at Toronto.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's sort of staggering out. So we will put a link in the description to find out more, or just go to Fandango and take a look and see, hey, where's No Other Land playing? I know it's playing a couple theaters in LA this.
Copy. I gotta see this. I gotta see this. I gotta see this shit, bro. Let me see. Oh, they came on. He brought them on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some very special guests here today. Here, I'll play the trailer first and foremost for No Other Land. This was the Berlin Air trailer, and then we'll...
Thousand Palestinians face one of the single biggest expulsion decisions since the Israeli occupation of the Palestinian territories began.
هاي قصة عن القوة.
أنا اسمي باسم.
مسافر يطا هي المكان اللي كبرت فيه. بداية تصويري هي بداية نهايتنا.
جرافات؟
We arrived in LA yesterday.
Okay, how do you like it so far?
Looks beautiful. We like it.
That's it. Okay. Beautiful is not something I've ever heard people say about Los Angeles, so that's cool. You're gonna have to get close to the microphone as well, by the way.
Okay. Okay. No other land. Okay. Palestinian war. Okay. I gotta see this. Bro.
He directed a documentary that won an Oscar just weeks ago. It was about violence that Palestinians face in the West Bank. Well, now he is a part of his own story. Oscar-winning Palestinian filmmaker Amnon Balal has now been released by Israeli police after he was among 3 people arrested for an
See what and I think this is like the problem with Israel is doing, like the expansion, the West Bank expansion. I think that's kind of like evil as well. I think that's evil.
altercation with Israeli settlers last night. The IDF claiming that the group threw rocks at Israelis and later at police who tried to break it all up. Balal was actually hospitalized, but he's on his way home now. Our Matt Israelis and later at police who tried to break it all up. He was among 3 people arrested for an altercation with Israeli settlers last night. The IDF claiming that the group threw rocks at Israelis and later at police who tried to break it all up. Balal was actually hospitalized, but he's on his way home now. Our Matt Rivers joins us from Tel Aviv. He had a chance to speak to him from his hospital bed. Matt, what did he tell you about everything and how it went down?
Yeah, Kira, we got a call from one of his friends who was actually with Hamdan Bilal in his hospital room. We got him on the phone and we asked him what happened. What he says happened is very different than what you hear from authorities. What he says happened is that there was a group of Jewish settlers that had come into his village. That had been happening more frequently, he says, since he won the Oscar a few weeks ago. They were attacking residents. They were being violent, including to his neighbor. At some point, Bilal came outside, was filming them. They turned their attention to Bilal. He ran back to his house. He tried to stand in front of his door because his family was inside, and he told us that's when he was attacked. So we were actually about to do a live shot with you, Kira, last hour when we spoke to Bilal. So you'll see as we play this soundbite here, I'm actually standing in the same position just an hour ago. Here's what he said.
Beat me, like hard attack. He's focused just on my head. He's kicked my head's like around 10 times.
Bilal Oscars.
I was bleeding from everywhere from my head. And also there's another soldier who was kicked me.
It's a sick name. Put it in the phone. Hands to Bilal Oscars.
And so worth noting there, he mentions a soldier. He said he's not sure who the soldiers were, whether they were authorities. It's impossible for us to know who those people were. He said there was also a plainclothes settler there. Both the IDF and Israeli police denying that they were involved in any way in this beating. But regardless...
What is this? What is this shit, bro? Damn, this is the top fucking... Okay, Israeli react to no other land. I gotta see this.
So I watched the Oscar-winning documentary, No Other Land. And let me tell you, as an Israeli, I have a lot to say about it. Things you may or may not like to hear. And honestly, if I didn't know any better, I might have fallen for it too. So stick around because I'm about to expose the parts that the story of No Other Land didn't want you to know. First of all, this documentary that won the Oscar Award for the Best Documentary tells the story of an Israeli peace activist named Yuval who befriends a Palestinian activist named Basel Adra in Masafar Yatta, a small community in the southern West Bank. Together, they basically document what they call Israeli military crimes, like demolishing Palestinian homes and displacing families. The film is packed, okay, with heartbreaking scenes of crying kids. In the Oscar acceptance speech, Adra, the Palestinian activist, called it a story of resistance and talked about the brutal destruction of Gaza. Yuval, the Israeli journalist, spoke about how their voices are stronger together. Sounds touching, right? Well, it would be if it wasn't missing about half the story. So, why are homes actually being demolished? Here's what the film conveniently forgets to tell you. And honestly, it's a pretty big thing to leave out. After the Oslo Accords that were signed in the 90s by Israel and the Palestinian leadership led by Yasser Arafat, the West Bank, Judea and Samaria, was divided into 3 areas, A, B, and C. Here's how it works. Area A is fully controlled by the Palestinian Authority, both security and civilian matters. This includes most of the major Palestinian cities, and Israelis can't even enter these areas without risking their lives. Area B is a mix. Palestinians handle the civilian stuff like schools and hospitals, but Israel handles the security to prevent terror attacks. Area C is fully under Israeli control, both security and civilian matters. This also happens to include Jewish communities, major roads, and military training zones. Masafar Yatta, the village the film talks about, is in Area C. So when you hear that Israel demolishes homes in Area C, it's not because we're evil. It's because that's the law. You can't just build wherever you want without a permit. That's not some secret Israeli plan. It's literally what the Palestinian leadership agreed to in the Oslo Accords. But instead of explaining this, the movie acts like Israel just woke up one morning and decided to bulldoze houses for fun. And then there's the classic sob story. We
And
can't get
and to be honest with you, I could probably understand. They probably wouldn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're young. That guy's like 30 years old. Like they probably wouldn't even know these things. You know. And
permits. They were screaming. Well, no kidding. You're not going to get permits
he could
because
be
you're
wrong
trying
too.
to
I don't
build
know.
on land that's not legally yours to build on. It's like it's like if I were to build a house on an airport runway and acting like I'm shocked when they tell me to take it down. I don't care how tragic the movie tries to make this look. There is a difference between breaking the law and being a victim. If you break the law by building illegally, you don't get to cry about how unfair it is when buildings come down. That's not oppression. That's just how law works anywhere. And speaking of breaking the law, let's talk about double standards. The film wants you to believe that Israel has one set of rules for Palestinians and another for Jews. That's a straight up lie. When Jews build illegally in Area C, their houses get demolished too. Remember Amona, the Jewish settlement that torn down despite huge protests? Or how the 9 houses in Ofra that were demolished also. The Israeli judicial system doesn't care if you're Jewish, Muslim, or a space alien. Illegal is illegal. It's funny how the movie skipped over that part. But here's the lie that really takes the cake. The whole apartheid license plate claim. There's a part in the movie where they show that Israeli cars with yellow plates can drive on certain roads while Palestinian cars with green plates can't. Sounds awful, right? Except here's the truth. Israeli cars can't drive in Palestinian territories without permission either. Actually, Israeli Jews are not allowed to go to Palestinian cities, while Palestinian Muslims can enter Israeli cities with the right permits. But the truth is that Palestinian cars can't drive in Israeli areas without permits for security reasons, not apartheid reasons like many claim. You know, security, like preventing terrorists from using those roads to carry out attacks against civilians. It happened because suicide bombers and other terrorists used roads to drive into Israeli towns and cities and carry out attacks against civilians. And now we have checkpoints to check cars to make sure that there is security. And by the way, fun fact, in Saudi Arabia, they have roads that only Muslims can use. Just pointing it out. But then there's the whole water supply claim that I just have to talk to you about. The movie accuses Israel of destroying Palestinian wells and water pipes, making it look like some evil plot to dehydrate people. Wrong again. In reality, Israel supplies water to Palestinian areas through Kogat, an Israeli defense body that coordinates civil affairs in the territories. Even they even upgrade.
Look at the. Damn. Man, you guys are a bunch of weirdos. All the stuff in the film has been well documented for years. And why are we all of a sudden citing Israel law while you're all ignoring international law? Your leader has a global arrest warrant on his head by the ICC, and we expecting the law? You're a bunch of jokers to everyone else. You know that, right? Damn. Using the argument that's not oppression, that's law, assumes law cannot be oppressive.
Water systems in Palestinian towns and villages. But why let the truth get in the way of a good sub story, right? Palestinian villages who are not illegally built are getting the best treatment from the Israeli authorities, better than the Palestinian leadership. And I gotta talk to you about terrorism for a second, okay? Because the film wants you to believe that Masafra Yatta is just another peaceful Palestinian farming community that's being oppressed by Israel. Really? Because the terrorists who carried out the deadly shooting attack at Tel Aviv's Sarona market, a very popular place in Tel Aviv in 2016, they murdered 4 civilians. And these terrorists were from Yatta, from the area of Masafra Yatta. I'm mentioning just one terrorist attack, but there were many terrorists who came from Yatta. Did the movie mention that? Of course not. It wouldn't fit the evil Israel narrative. And here's the part that really breaks my heart, to be honest. Chaim Katzman, a Jewish peace activist, volunteered at Masafra Yatta. He wasn't some soldier, he was a DJ who loved Arab music and believed in coexistence. He even drove sick Palestinian kids from Gaza to hospitals in Israel. On October 7th, Hamas terrorists murdered him. He shielded his neighbor with his body and died a hero. And how many times did the filmmakers mention him in their tearful Oscar acceptance speech? 0. Not once. They had all the time in the world to talk about the atrocious destruction of Gaza, but not a single word about a Jewish peace activist murdered by terrorists. But I have to be honest, Yuval did talk about the hostages and the need to bring them home. At least I'll give him that. And if we're honest, let's talk about that. The movie also shows Israeli extremists throwing rocks at Palestinians, which is disgusting and should be condemned. But you know what? What the film didn't show, Palestinian mobs throwing rocks and firebombs at families driving down the highway. I'll condemn both because extremism is extremism, no matter who does it. But the filmmakers won't.
Of course, there's Israeli
because again,
extremists,
that won't fit their script. And here's the most hilarious part. The film acts like Israel throws these poor Palestinians to become homeless without anywhere to go. But in reality, since January 2023, Israel has been offering alternative areas for the families whose illegal homes were demolished where they can live. I think Israel didn't have to do that, but we did out of kindness. The film actually was being made during this time.
He could be.
Somehow
I'm not sure.
that
I haven't
little
really looked
detail
at it
didn't
like
make it
that.
into the final cut. I wonder why again. And here's the biggest part of all that I have to talk to you about. This idea that Masafra Yatta is some ancient Palestinian village being erased by Israel is wrong. In reality, Masafra Yatta only started in the 90s. Before that, the area was a military training zone. And also now, when Israel demolishes houses there, it actually protects the Palestinians from being caught up in the crossfire of an active military training. Israelis are also forbidden from entering military training zones. So here's the bottom line, okay? No other land, this film, is a pack of lies dressed up as a documentary. That's my opinion. It ignores facts, leaves out key details, and presents a one-sided view of the conflict that would even make Al Jazeera blush. If the filmmakers ever want to make a sequel, by the way, I've got a great title for them. No Other Lies. Because in my opinion, that's exactly...
This nigga going at their head. He going at their head. He talk about October 8th? Let me see if he a real nigga. Let's see if he a real nigga. Let me see. What's his name? Anaya. Oh, he don't talk about October 8th. Nigga's a Trump supporter. Oh man, that's not good, brother.
Palestinians
That's not
already have
good,
a
brother.
country. It's called Jordan. That's not an
That's not good, brother. That's not good, brother. Yeah, I'm a be honest with you, let me see if I can watch it now. I ain't gonna watch it on stream. uh, no other land. No other land, brother. Okay, let me see what I could. Oh, I can't watch it anywhere. 100%. Jeez. My thing is, I feel like if you're just now getting into this war, which me personally I am. Oh, I haven't really. I know for a fact that I can't really get into um other like certain sides because they're biased as hell. So I can't look at like for instance, I'm not gonna look at this dude right here and be like, oh, I totally believe him. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna look into it and see if it's a good. I was supposed to watch this movie. Marshall actually wanted me to watch this movie. So I'm gonna go and watch it and see what I think about it. Um, but like, yeah, I think some of the stuff that he was saying is kind of is oh, okay. Oh no. Yeah, they're not getting a lot of support for this movie. Yeah, I'm looking into this a little more. But all right, man. Um, let me see how long I've been. Wow, 45 minutes. It's not completely bad. um, but all right. Yeah, hopefully next week I go see some better movies, man, because this week was pretty bad. And yeah, that's the stream. I'll let y'all later.